So, how do you find creativity for your photography when you're feeling disheartened, burnt out, or you just have no idea where to look or even how to begin? Well, that's what I'd like to have a short conversation with you about today. You see, we're naturally creatives, right? Because we picked up a camera and it's the way that we actually want to show people how we view the world, how we see people, or how we see places and spaces that we go to. It's an art form. It is our outlet for creativity. But every now and again, there comes a time where you run out of ideas, or you just kind of feel stuck and you don't know what to do. I've done this many a times. I've felt like that I have been really disheartened by my photography work, that I was trying to be somebody that I wasn't, and that I was copying somebody else's work and trying to make it my own. And that, one, is all wrong and a wrong way to go about it. And two, wasn't a real true expression of what I wanted to portray in my photography and what I want others to see in my photography. So how did I go about finding the creativity to do work that I loved, even if nobody else did? I did a couple of things. First of all, I started to go out and I visited my local gallery and museum. And I really enjoyed it, one, because being a creative, you like to see how other people express and create, right? So a gallery or an art gallery museum near you is a great idea to do. It's also a lovely way to get out of the house and just not think about anything other than having a good time and really immersing yourself in somebody else's creativity and how their brain came to produce something so extraordinary and so beautiful, and how you could actually take little bits of that and put it into your photography, or the way that you can actually tease out creativity and ideas. I always get really creative when I go to a museum or an art gallery. I always do, because I don't know, it's just it's a creative space. So naturally that's where I'm going to gravitate towards when I want to find it. Second place that I would go to often and do to continue to is I go out camping. I'm an outdoors girl. I love the outdoors here in Australia, the bush, absolutely love it. I go out onto my grandparents' country, my ancestors' country where I'm from. If you don't know, I am an Aboriginal woman. And I get so much strength and so much joy and just absolute beauty and reignited every single time that I do. And you may not like camping, and that's fine, but try to find a space where it reignites your soul and your spirit and your creativity, wherever that may be. It could be, going to your favorite coffee shop. It could be going to the library. I go there often by myself and with my grandkids. I go to the library quite often, and I just completely immerse myself in the books, into the various covers of the books and how beautiful they are, and the smell of them. There's creativity all around. All you really have to do is to actually look and be willing to, not pick up the camera, but just fully immerse yourself in the environment that you are actually in. And that gets your own creative juices actually flowing and started and ignited and re-energized. And some of my best incredible work has actually come from going to these spaces and places, or doing my creative work in that space, particularly out in the Australian bush, because I just love it. There's nothing like it. 9 times out of 10, there are spaces and places where, yes, there may be people there, but I can usually find a little nook or a little cranny or just somewhere where it's just me, and just create, just zone out, just do what I want. As a photographer, because we're servicing others all the time, I'm a portrait photographer and boudoir photographer, and where I'm always servicing and giving love towards others. But it's perfectly okay to give love back to yourself and to be greedy about wanting to create for yourself. I think is the big thing. Not feeling like that you have to do it for anybody else other than yourself. And you may find that, like me, your best work will actually come from this. And that could be work that you may either want to keep for yourself and continue to do it as a practice, or that you may want to expand it and share it with your clients and do it for them. Because when you create from the heart, you attract incredible opportunities to you. It's just human nature. It's an energy that you put out that literally does attract. It does. I've done it. I continue to do it. And it always happens. So go out, find your space, find your place, find your happy space. Drop the camera down, leave it at home, and really just immerse yourself in it and see what becomes. Who knows? You may create an award-winning photograph.